Let's address that very basic question. No? Ano po bang basa ninyo? Bakit parang napakagarapal, napakatindi itong mga banat ng Chinese Embassy lately?
Well, meron tayong we have a new Chinese ambassador in Manila. So it looks like he's setting a new tone, no? That's one. Second, siguro they're preparing already for what they will do in Scarborough Shoal because yun ang basa ko. They announced they will put up a nature reserve. Pag nature reserve yan, you have to put personnel there to man it. No? So that means they will occupy Scarborough Shoal. Ang consequence niyan, katulad ng nangyari sa Mischief Reef, magiging air and naval base yan. No? That was really their plan even before. Alam natin, we know that. So the question is, kailan ba nila gawin yan? They could do it now, no? They could do it. This could be preparation dahil when they announce that they will put up a nature reserve, yun na yun. No? It's just Fiery Cross Reef. When they occupied that in 1987, sabi nila, we will just put up a radar weather station to help UNESCO in its Global Oceanic Survey. Yung radar weather station na yun is now an air and naval base with a 3-kilometer runway. So that's the playbook of China. So this could be this very assertive policy ng Chinese embassy ngayon could be in preparation for that, no?
How exactly would it help China's cause kung talagang dito po yung patutunguhan ng kanilang abrasive remarks? How would that actually help them achieve that?
Well, because the objective of China is to control the South China Sea. And to control the South China Sea, kailangan may air and naval bases ka in 3 areas. Sa Paracel area, sa Spratly area, at saka dito sa northern side, sa Scarborough area. Meron na sila sa Paracel, meron na sila sa Spratly. Dito na lang ang kulang nila sa Scarborough side. No? When during the last year of the Obama administration, nagpadala yung China ng mga dredger. Nakita ng mga satellites ng US, the dredger were proceeding to Scarborough Shoal. Umpisa na nila. Pero sinabihan ni Obama, if you do that, we will take severe measures. Umatras si Jinping, bumalik yung mga dredger. So doon pa lang, we know they have this plan already. So kailan nila ituloy yun, no? So you have President Xi now. He has announced that by 2027, they will do something about reunifying Taiwan. It looks like hindi nila kaya to reunify Taiwan by 2027. So they have to fall back on something. No? He has to show something to the Chinese people, and tayo yung low-lying fruit. Scarborough Shoal ang low-lying fruit. That could be the face-saving measure of President Xi. Pag hindi nyo matuloy yung invasion of Taiwan. No? And we already know what happened before. They planned to build on Scarborough Shoal. So this aggressive posturing of the embassy, of the Chinese embassy, could be part of this scenario, no? Na mag-uumpisa na sila ng reclamation sa Scarborough Shoal.
Pero inisip ko po, no, how exactly does the behavior antagonizing Philippine officials, how would that help them lead to that objective?
Well, they're trying to bait us. Remember, ang ginawa nila dun sa Scarborough Shoal, nagpadala sila ng mga maritime militia nila, kumuha ng mga giant clams, at saka hinuli natin. That was the start of the standoff. They always create a bait. They did that to the Vietnamese in 1974 when they seized the other half of the Paracels from the South Vietnamese at the time. So meron silang excuse palagi. Yung when they took over Scarborough Shoal, may excuse sila because hinuli natin yung kanilang mga fishermen. At saka pinadala natin yung ating Coast Navy to arrest the fishermen.
Yung poachers.
Yung mga fishermen who were catching giant clams. So scenario building ito, no? So this could be part of their scenario building because they need to put up an air and naval base on Scarborough.
Okay. So, kung ito po yung kanilang objective, no? Ano sa tingin niyo yung dapat na tamang response dito sa very abrasive, no? Very undiplomatic remarks by the Chinese embassy in Manila? How should the Philippine government handle it?
Well, tama yun. We should keep on exposing them, but we have to go further than that. We have now to preempt China, bring it to the international community, yung Scarborough Shoal dispute, by challenging China to submit the territorial dispute arbitration. China will most likely reject that, no? Will not accept, will not submit it to arbitration. But we can file another arbitration under UNCLOS for preventing our fishermen from fishing in the territorial sea of Scarborough, contrary to the arbitral award. Sabi ng arbitral award, we can fish there together with the Taiwanese, the Vietnamese, and the Chinese. No? So we have to put pressure on the legal side to bring this to the attention of the world, so that the focus of the world will be on Scarborough. Right now, the focus on the world is in Ukraine, Venezuela, and Greenland. So we have to focus Scarborough Shoal, put it on the limelight, because we all agree that China will make a move someday, no? And this and their declaration of a nature reserve on Scarborough Shoal, I think, is the precursor of that move, because that is their playbook. That's what they did on Fiery Cross Reef.
Okay, so basically nakakabahala dahil yung atensyon ng mundo wala dito sa Scarborough sa ngayon. And so the strategy should be to shine a light, no? To put a spotlight on Scarborough Shoal. Ang next question ko po, no? When do you think China would actually do this? Itong establishment ng nature reserve sa Scarborough? Will it be middle of the year?
Well, they announced it already. So anytime now, they will put up a monitoring station. That monitoring station will likely be manned. Umpisa na yan. Because the moment they man it, they put it a permanent manning station there, manned station, that is already in violation of the 2002 Declaration of Conduct. Sabi ng Declaration of Conduct of 2002, from 2002 onwards, no nation should occupy unoccupied features.
Yeah.
Unoccupied yung Scarborough. Pag inoccupy nila yon, they will put up a manned monitoring station. Yun na yon. Violation na. Goodbye na yung Declaration of Conduct. That's really a rupture. I call that a rupture.
Hindi po ba matagal ng binababoy ng China yung 2002 DOC? Anyway, ito pong
actually China has not violated it
officially,
openly, in the sense that they have not occupied unoccupied features. Kaya yung Scarborough, hindi nila inoccupy, pero they have surrounded it with their vessels. Yung Sandy Cay, ganyan din, no? So we are all agreed that they have not broken the letter of the law. Pero the moment they put up a manned station, yun na yun.
What can we do, or what should we do to prevent this?
We'll put a spotlight on it, no? File the legal cases now, so the attention of the world will be on Scarborough Shoal, and strengthen all our alliances, no? Our security arrangements. We have been doing that. We've been very good at that. We have Visiting Forces Agreement with New Zealand, Australia, Japan now, and Canada, and hopefully we'll have soon with the UK and France. No? So Of course, that is not a mutual defense treaty, but that is a security. Nevertheless, a vote of confidence on us by these security partners.
Opo. Yung 2002 DOC, how strong in reality is its binding effect?
Wala yon. It is just, sabi ng arbitral tribunal, it's not legally binding. Hindi naman talaga
Yeah.
legally binding. But the ASEAN and China have always invoked it. And so far, nobody has openly tried to break it, to violate it. Ito na nga, this is the critical point, no? What China will do on Scarborough Shoal, because that means wala na yung ano na yun. This facade of negotiating on a code of conduct will really be just thrown out of the window because wala na yun, hopeless na yun.